Hi, this is Steph with Belladonna Dyes, and today we're going to make a camo-inspired spiral. For this project, I started by turning it inside out and smoothing it, and I'm going to be using the microwave splatter guard for this one, so give your shirt a little pinch where you want the center of your spiral to be, and then put the flat side of the microwave splatter guard down on top of the shirt, and then using your hemostat, put it on the first click because it doesn't need to be too tight, and then just start spiraling it up. And if you notice, I'm holding the center of the spiral with the hemostat, but I'm actually spiraling it with my opposite hand. Once you have it all spiraled up, it's time to secure it. And I prefer to use rubber bands, but you could also use kite string. It's just whatever you like to use. And I got these rubber bands off of Amazon, and I have a link for them down below in the description box, along with everything else that I use for tie-dye, so go ahead and check that out. So there's one thing about the splatter guard, it doesn't make really tight spirals. So what I'm doing now is I'm making it tighter. So I'm pulling in all the loose tails and I'm tucking them into the nearest rubber band. And it's making it a nice firm spiral, and that way the dye isn't going to just run all the way through it and become oversaturated. Now using a washable marker, I'm marking out my pattern, and I'm making sure that all of my lines intersect in the center of the spiral. Now it's time for the fun part. We get to add the dye. And for this particular shirt, it's going to have a dark back. So when adding your dye, you want to only saturate about halfway down through the pleats. You don't want to oversaturate it. When adding a dark back, you want to work quickly. You don't want to oversaturate it. So I'm checking the saturation, and I do see just a little bit of white left in there, but I'm all out of the Brazil nut and I'm not gonna go mix more for just a small amount. So I'm giving it a squish and I'm trying to help that dye get into the fibers. Now that all the dye is on it, you want to cover it and batch it for 24 to 48 hours. It's been 24 hours and now it's time for the rinse out. So you want to start by using cold water to rinse away any soda ash that might still be reacting within the fabric, and then gradually increase the water up to hot and rinse until the water runs pretty much clear. From here, I take it to the washing machine and I do a plain hot water cycle. I do a second hot water cycle using Curalon. And I do a third hot water cycle using Milsoft to bring softness back into the fabric after the dyeing process. And I got both of those from Dharma Trading Company. And I do have links for them down below in the description box to make it easier for you to find. And then I put it in the dryer and we'll come back and we'll see the results. Well, here it is, guys. Here's our camo inspired spiral after it's been washed and dried, and I think it turned out great. I've tried to make camouflage type shirts in the past and I've never really had the right color combination, and I do think this is a good color combo. It's very complementary to each other. And I really like the way the Brazil nut stripes look. It just gives that extra pop of contrast. So overall, I'm really pleased with this shirt. So what do you guys think? Please leave me some comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up, and click the bell and set it to all. That way you get notified of future uploads. And remember, have fun tie-dyeing.